right, it's Papa Duke's OG Social Network Podcast. I hope you're all doing well today, Monday, February 2nd, 2026. And it's just been a crazy first. January's just been, I feel like we've been already halfway through the year, and we're just now getting into February. But this segment, the Current Situationship, on the OG Social Network Podcast, is sponsored by Silk Road and J Stone Cannabis Branding and Produce 420. But again, I just wanted to come on and talk to you all about some things real quick. I did drop some articles out on the ogsocialnetwork.com that are already currently being shared, and it looks pretty good. First things first, I want to talk about my friends Jihan Sharif's XP Pittsburgh, EXP Pittsburgh. It is a gaming convention that's going to be going on in Pittsburgh between I believe February 13th through the 15th. And I definitely want you guys to give them a shout out if you're into gaming and love the conventions. Yes, all the hotels set up. It'll be in Pittsburgh. Definitely give him a shout out. I love the guy. He's a really great person. Just tag Pag Virgo, Pag_Virgo for more information regarding the EXP Pittsburgh convention that's going to be live. It's the esports tournament, so look into that for him. I want you all please just help him out. But next good thing going on. Again, wrote some articles that came out. Another ICE murder in Minneapolis, and from what I understand, this was written after I heard there was another one after Previtt. Someone else got shot. So this is already up and running, ready to go. Please read it. We got to give the people in Minneapolis as much love as possible. It is ridiculous what's going on over there. And ICE, as you can see, you coming to New York, we ain't having it either. Also, I put out another article today on the pedocracy of the United States. It is the post I wrote called Epstein Files, U.S. Law and the Pedocracy Problem in Politics. So you want to read that. That's already up and running on the ogsocialnetwork.com/press in blogs, and the another ICE murder in Minneapolis. Wednesday will be the global zeitgeist, if it's not up already. Why the world is in a tailspin and 2026 referendum on accountability. I firmly believe that the next Democratic candidate, it is up. Global zeitgeist, it is up. I believe that the next candidate is going to have to be the candidate of accountability, and that we need to push forward a candidate that's going to bring all of this to light and bring justice to the American democracy and to the people. So that's very important that we push for a candidate that's candidate for accountability and change. So other than that, I also have a lovely article out here on a dear lady who is my mother, Dr. Joan Cartwright, Amplifying Women's Voices in Jazz and Music Education, please. These articles are on the ogsocialnetwork.com. They'll also be on my Substack if you want to get to that, and my Patreon. So definitely I took a lot of time out to write these articles and feature people that I feel are very, very important in our community, especially my mom. It was a beautiful thing writing about her. We're going to be having a podcast February 11th. Hold on for a minute. I want to make sure I get this. February 11th, we're having a podcast with Allison Kirchhoffer and Mandy Dawson. They are with Sachs Accounting by Design. We'll be talking about finance and the um, the how it helps and what we could do to get it better for our cannabis industry. I'm getting all the topics together for that as well. That's February 11th. Hold on for a minute. That's February 11th. And yeah, I'm just sure Allison and Mandy talking about finance, talking about better ways for people to afford accountants and life and liberty and whatever the heck else is going on. I'll tell you that right now. And then on February 18th, we'll be having a conversation with the crew, the hosts and crew of FTP For the People podcast show. Snicky, Chris, and Trey. Definitely looking forward to meeting them and getting them on the show. That one's going to be kind of broad. I'll tell you that right now. This is Nikki, and of course, I'm just pumping out all of the post. And when I'm done, I'm going to tell you how I did all this and what app worked for me and everything. But right now, I'm still working on it. Last month, I saved like over 400 hours in work time, and I've already started this month with like 30, 25 hours. So it's really cool on day one. So, but like, excuse me. Yeah, so we have all this coming out, and it looks good. It looks good. I think you all will enjoy the show, and we are going to be talking with Nikki and Trey and Chris on the 18th. All shows are on Wednesday at 6:20 p.m. Normally I have guests on by 6:30, so it's like 6:20 to 7:30. May go longer, and we'll be talking about a lot of different things. One of the main things I think that I definitely want to get everyone to do for me is go to my GoFundMe page. I could really use your help. We are looking forward to getting operations going as soon as possible. Better than what we have right now. The GoFundMe is already up and running. Link is in my bio. You can also just contact me. I can get you there. And it's going to be a great thing. It's going to be a great thing this year with podcasts. We're focusing on politics, focusing on health and wellness. So yeah, it's going to be great. Also, a big shout out to Reverend Gerlin Henry for her 2-part episode with the podcast. She is an amazing human being. She gave us some a little insight on Palestine, and we're going to continue that conversation as well. But she gave us some great insight on Palestine, her trip there, on youth and religion and what the church can do. So looking forward to that. I hope you were able to read my article on Greg Bavino. I got a lot of articles up there, y'all. Y'all need to check them out. It's freaking amazing. The TikTok takeover. I'm deleting TikTok and canceling it. So you guys need to delete TikTok and cancel it, because it's not what it is anymore. TikTok is owned now by Oracle, some hedge funds or private equity funds, and Qatar and UAE. So, and already they weren't having technical difficulties. They were totally crushing free speech and ruining the lives of the people that were there, that they just should have done last year anyway. So many people are leaving TikTok, and I think they're going to another platform. But we won't be on TikTok after January. Yeah, so we're off TikTok. So don't go follow us there. We are on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube. I was going to go on Spotify, but I found that that's Israeli owned, so I'm getting off Spotify. We were going to go on Riverside, but Riverside is also Israeli owned, so we're not doing Riverside. You got to be careful about the type of business and where your money is going. It's bad enough that all what we're reading in the Epstein files, like 90% of who is in power seems like or whoever's there and is involved in Epstein on a really deep level had deep, claws into the global economy, culture, communities. And so now we're seeing some horrendous shit going on, and we don't know what to do. A lot of us don't know what to do, how to react. I can tell you, let it all go, and make your new heroes, the people that work in your community, grassroots politicians. That's what you need to do. Fuck all the celebrities, everybody else. It was just a waste of time, I'll be honest with you. Also, too, I want to give a small shout out to the field launch that's going on with Claire Valdez. She's running for Congress, House of Representatives. Also, Samantha for Queens, at Samantha for Queens, another politician. I got to get all this information. But we have some young candidates coming out that are about to promote the progressive democratic socialist ideals. And we need to get them in there. We need to really root out centrist Democrats as well as Republicans and people that support Trump. Yeah, they're null and void. Their credibility is shot. So if you're reading all this stuff and you see all of this since I remember in '96, it's in my article, claims, these allegations were put forth to the FBI and they didn't do anything about it. So we need politicians like Claire Valdez and other young politicians that can make change. And I hope they have the backing and power to be able to fight. So I'm looking forward to definitely promoting that. I also want to give a word about this video real quick. I stitched this from Tizzy Ent at Tizzy Ent, and I noticed myself that this may not be Alex Preddy because I saw him in the beginning of the video giving a eulogy. So I think what happened was he used this video just to show who he was as a person, and then did the eulogy for this vet that had died during 2020. So everyone, we've already acknowledged this. We know that's not Alex Preddy. Relax. Everything is good. Tizzy Ent gives out some amazing content. That's TIZZYENT. He gives amazing content. He's usually 100% on board. But this was like the only thing I believe he could find. If that was the case, it's very hard to find content, especially when it just came out about Alex Preddy. Also, too, I need to see more. We hear about Alex Preddy. We hear about Renee Nicole Wood. We need to hear more about Keith Porter and about many other people that have been killed and assaulted by ICE. We need to follow up on the people that were assaulted by ICE, see how they're doing, your communities, everything. So really, guys, let's be even with the news and make sure that we get everyone involved. I did another article on the first 30 days of Zoran's campaign. And I got to say, this guy is not playing. Please read the article on the OGSocialNetwork.com. Press/press. He's kicking ass, guys. He is kicking ass. So, and I'm really proud of what he's doing and how he's going. Putting up various posts, again, staying ahead of the curve. Also, I had to put in a couple of comedy ones too, because sometimes these posts can be too serious. I got to put in a little comedy or a little laughter as well. We're going through so much right now as a country with the divisions, and now with the Epstein files. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. If you're following this and you still support this man, I have to say you got problems. I mean, if you're still following these people, if you work for these people and still enable these people, you got problems. If you don't see harm to others and don't act on it, you got problems. And, you know, I'm having conversations with people online. Well, no, I'm not. I'm reading what they're saying online, and I just will not respond to ignorance, stupidity, trolling. I don't do that. I'll just leave you hanging and block you because I don't have time for that. We're going through, as a global society, an existential crisis of consciousness. You know, we really need to understand who. We need to ask the question: who are our leaders here? Who the hell presumes to think that all this is acceptable? We seem to get off on misery and pain, and that's got to stop. That's got to stop. All of our programming is violent. All of our content, we can't seem to, how can I say this? We can't seem to like just have a chill week, you know, nothing happens. You know, Ukraine's got issues. I'm actually, you know, I'm feeling a lot of different other countries as well and how they take care of their people. You know, I don't buy, and I think like what's going on in China, Xi is dangerous. What's going on over there is dangerous. I mean, for him to go after all of his top generals to make sure he can have this war with Taiwan. I think that the main problem are these guys, you know, these old fucking dudes that are just destroying the world, you know, in their own way. And we don't even know who the good guy is anymore. I don't even know who the good guy is anymore, unless it's local. I know Zoran's good. These young politicians that want to make a change, these activists, these people that want to protect their neighborhoods, you know, those people. But we're talking about our leaders on a national level. Who the fuck is good anymore? Yeah, we got Bernie, AOC, a couple other people, but, you know, I'm even hearing shit about Gavin Newsom. But, you know, it's all, I see action. So, you know, Gavin is doing his thing in California. Pritzker is doing his in Illinois. Wes Moore is kicking ass in Maryland, and Brandon Johnson in Chicago. The new governor in New Jersey and Virginia, those two ladies, I think they're the same ladies sometimes. They're about to go ballistic withholding federal taxes. I wouldn't pay taxes, federal taxes then if I were governor. I'd be like, oh, we're going to do this? Fine, you get no federal taxes. Until, as a matter of fact, I'm going to make that, I would do that. No federal taxes till another president comes in. The federal government's illegitimate. It is illegitimate. When you're talking Article 2, Section 4, which is the total impeachment of the president, vice president, entire cabinet, and amendment, the 25th Amendment of just getting rid of the president as a whole. And we just finished the first year. Yeah, it's time to make a change. Republicans are changing the aisle. They become more bipartisan. They don't want to be associated with MAGA and with people like MAGA anymore. They realize they really hurt their constituents by supporting this man, and also that they're in a fucking cult. So it's like what Ronald Reagan, you know, was a cult too at one time. So Nixon too. It seems like Democrats just love cults. I mean, excuse me, Republicans. Sorry, Republicans love cults. I'm sorry, Republicans. So, and Democrats honestly will say they're doing the best they can. They do give us what we need, but they too are compromised. They're very compromised. So we need to get foreign influence out of our politics. We need to reform campaign finance. Corporations are not people. They're not. We need to take a step back and reverse that shit. We need to get rid of funding campaigns. I think that's the problem. It's too much, man. It's too much. Doesn't give the average person any power on a federal level. And sometimes, yeah, even now on a state and even local level, local politics, it can be very hard for someone with no money to get a voice in. So money in politics is not good. It's not good. So I just want to come on and show some love, and don't want to stay on too long. Definitely know that it's midterms coming up, 2026. For crying out loud, research your candidates, whoever you decide to vote for, research them. Make sure they're not pedophiles and killers or whatever the fuck. Really hold your politicians to a high standard. People that don't want the power, but they know they have to be there. They know they're needed. You know, we need politicians that really are committed to their constituents and the nation as a whole, and aren't compromised by foreign lobbies. The podcast is doing an anti-APAC campaign, a progressive democratic socialist campaign this year. We want to get politicians on the podcast, people that are on the far right, far left. Yeah, come on, let's have these conversations. Let's come to a medium and see what we could do together to protect each other's futures. I really feel bad about the people that voted for this man, knowing who he was. It's really, there's something wrong with you. You know who this person is, and there's something wrong with you. White supremacy is in this death throes, and you're doing everything possible to try to maintain an entitlement. No one is taking away from you. No one is taking anything away from you. You know, so it would be so cool. It would be so cool if you guys get rid of that ideology and come back into the family. But if you're going to maintain that ideology, and well, good luck with that, because the rest of us are moving forward. And regarding the ICE agents, there were a few that were identified on IG that killed Alex Preddy, 2 Latino ICE officers, which is like, what the fuck? It's really bad. And the other man who killed Porter, it's all up on IG, and these agents need to be accountable. I'm gonna tell you right now, we're gonna take back the House. We're gonna take back the Congress. We're gonna take it all back. And you guys you're gonna rue the day. You guys are gonna wish you never joined ICE. You wish you never took that bonus, because that bonus is going to cost you 100 times more. Because not only will you be criminally convicted, they're going to come after you civilly and take everything you have. None of you will be able to find jobs. None of you will be accepted anywhere. You're going to be called out, and most of you will probably either become the dredges of society, kill yourselves, whatever. I don't want you to do that. I want you to redeem yourselves, but you guys are going to fucking feel it. You're going to wonder why a decade from now, maybe longer, why your life is the way it is. Because you made piss poor decisions against your community. And you know what I find that's really fucked up? Latinos. I don't get you. I'm part Latino. But we seem to have a problem with Stockholm syndrome and colonialization. You just hold on to this shit. to make yourselves look better, the lighter your skin is. Stop. That's stupid. It's probably one of the most stupidest things a human being can do is self-hate. It is amazing how you all voted for this man, and it's already showing a year later. There's a representative in Texas that took a Republican stronghold by 14 points and only spent $200,000 compared to the $2.14 million his candidate spent. Remit, Rehmet. And I'm telling you, all those people voted for Trump last year and flipped this year. And I'm going to tell you, stop flipping. All you have to do is hold your representatives accountable. Make them hold it to your standards. Once they get to Washington, their ego is all over the place. I know if I was there, I probably would, me too, I'm the only human because of what we had to do to get there. But you need to hold your politicians accountable and keep them in check, because this corruption is getting out of hand. The Trump family have already made $3 billion in the first year. Then we come to find out Jared Kushner is the one signing all the paperwork. He's the one truly behind the power of the presidency, not Donald. It's Jared Kushner. Donald is a figurehead. He's not. He's a figurehead. He's playing by the script the way Ronald Reagan played by the script. The office of the presidency was never one man running things. George Washington did one thing right as the president, I believe, for 2 terms, was he just sat there and listened. He made he had to sit there and listen. It went from him being a mediator of parties to now that people are following a cult leader. And it's documented. Washington refused to add any of his opinions. He kept his mouth shut for 8 years, listened, mediated, moderated. That was it. Now it's everything the 4 founding fathers didn't want to happen. A king pretender, or something like that. So please, midterms coming up. Let's get all of those politicians, that want to see us have what we need and want to survive in this country. We want them to be accountable. We want them to be knowledgeable. We want them to be able to fight for the rights of the American people. So we're not doing this. Okay, we really need to change American politics for the better, especially for the next generations. This is not sustainable. You're looking to somebody going to drop a bomb. What the fuck? This is not sustainable. You guys got to come on. This is actually leading towards World War III. We don't need this. And I don't know what the deal is with all this land grab, power grab in Russia. I think that's a distraction from something bigger. And Xi, culling his military officers and setting up officers who will be loyal for incoming war that no one in the world wants. And then this president, bruh, you were never going to get green. And we weren't, as a nation, going to allow you to do that. You have to have the act of Congress, dude. I'm not a constitutional lawyer. And I know the president is and there's 3 branches of office. I mean, three branches of office, right? Yeah, the legislative, judicial, and executive branches. And they all are there to watch each other, countermand each other, to their, I forgot the word, but okay, they all share power to ensure no one has more than the other. And the Supreme Court just went too far right. And in a way where you could tell they just said, fuck it, they sold themselves for that to get that. This should never be a lifetime terms. Never. That's ridiculous. Definitely should be term limits. And Congress has just been sitting on their ass. I don't know what that is. Congress has become very weak. So it's time for new leadership. It's time for change. It's time for Chuck Schumer to retire. He's been around as long as Al Diamato, who he took the seat from. Yeah, it's time for him to go. He's way out of touch and is compromised. Chuck Schumer is compromised. Hakeem Jeffries is compromised. Any politician that takes AIPAC money or any huge lobby is compromised because they have to, pay, they got to play by their master's rules because the people are not their masters. It's the corporations, special lobbies, and interest groups. So to tell you all, real quick, just focus on this year's elections. Make sure you vote for the right candidates. I'm not even trying to tell you who to vote for, but really research your candidates. Come on, research your candidates, research the people around you. Figure out who is, who's in charge here, who is going to be leading you, because in your community, because this shit ain't correct. This shit is not correct. The United States is is a very diverse, universal country. Everybody's here. Okay, and we have potential to last 1,000 years with the right leadership, the right laws, and the right people. Education, healthcare, all of that. We need this. We need to get it. It needs to be done before I die. All right, my generation deserves to see our kids, millennials, and everybody else get theirs. And what's going on in the world with the ideology of white supremacy dying out, they're really fighting. And then they don't even realize that they're what is it that they're eating their face to spite themselves? Is that what it is? It's all good. It's all good. So, let's just hope everything works out great. I do notice that it's just strange. It's just strange, y'all. But God bless y'all for coming on tonight. I am very happy and that things are moving on with the podcast. We are planning some great things in the near future. And it's all good. It's all good. So by all means, let me just lead you out with one little commercial real quick from our great friends at Jadestone.
For too long, cannabis branding relied on outdated stereotypes. We're here to change that. Jadestone is a woman-owned, strategy-first creative agency, building brands that stand out, resonate, and perform. With white glove service and meticulous attention to detail, we transform ideas into bold identities and memorable experiences. From brand strategy and visual identity to packaging and dispensary design, every touchpoint is intentional, refined, and crafted to make your brand unforgettable. Let's create something extraordinary together.
Alrighty, Alrighty. Also, thank you very much for coming on tonight's Papa Duke's DOG Social Network podcast. Just want to give a big shout out to my sponsors. I love them so much. I think they're amazing people. Produce 420, Green Spectrum, Silk Road. So he's a producer this year. WEPA Distributors, J-Stone Branding, and Surfside. I really appreciate y'all coming through this year, helping me get from one point to the next. You know, it's all good. I love it. I love it. We're doing the best that we can to make the world go around, and I appreciate you all so much for supporting the podcast. All right, guys, I'll talk to you soon. I hope you all have a great evening. And February 11th, we will have Sachs Accounting by Design, Allison Kirchhoffer and Mandy Dawson. On the 18th, we'll have the For the People podcast, FTP podcast show with Nick, Chris, and Trey. On the 18th, I'm also working on some other projects. New York State Can Farms Tour, working on that as well for May through October. It's a can harvest. So, yeah, 2026, also midterms. Vote. God bless y'all. Talk to you soon.